So I just got to get it trimmed out.
See you later, mate.
See you later, mate. Take care.
Have a good one.
You too. Oh, let's go around the land. Gears down. Canopy's open, which should be open. Okay, somebody PM'd me. They knew who they are regarding the retractable canopy. Now this isn't perfect, this one, but it does seem to work. It needs a little bit of tidying up. So basically, I don't know if you can see that through the camera. I've got the camera on me. So basically, what I've done, I've installed a piece of alley tube, and then I've got the next gauge down alley tube which slides in. The outer gauge fixes into the canopy, the inner gauge fixes to the rear of the canopy, and then that creates your slider to keep the back nice and tight. Now all I've done in way of making it operate, let's open it. I don't know if you can see, I've mounted a servo down behind the pilot with quite a long control arm on it, or control horn, and then I've got a little control rod with a clevis which leads up to, this is just a simple devised way I've made the rails. But basically for the rails I've got two bits of plastic card, one of which has got a channel cut into it, obviously either side, and then I've got two opposing rails which are the same dimensions, which I've got a bolt that's fixed into the outer rails that connect to the canopy, then the bolt goes through the channels, same the other side. Obviously they're not tightened all the way down, they're just tightened down to so it'll move, and then I've used a bit of Loctite to keep them in place. And then just from one side of the canopy, I mean other people might do it different, but from one side of the canopy I've got a longer bolt, and I've connected just a little plastic connector on the end and drilled a hole in it to accept the Z-bend of the control rod that goes to the servo. Just quite a simple operation. I've got it on the flap switch there, and I've got a little servo slow there which you can adjust to speed it up or slow it down, and just on the flaps, literally when I operate it, all the servo's doing is running in slow and just moving the arm and pushing the control rod, which in turn is obviously pushing the longer bolt, which is pulling the outer rails that are connected to the canopy through the inner rails. So I don't know if you can see this, like I say. Let's operate it again. So you can see it. Oh. Right, there we go. Come around the other side. Obviously, you can adjust the gap with sub trim. So there's the servo mounted, you can just see the white arm where the paint's coming off of it. That's all it's doing. It's just pulling the bolt, and obviously it's just pulling the bolt through the channels and sliding the canopy backwards and forwards. Pretty simple, pretty easy. You can obviously tidy up a lot more than this, so you can hide the servo. You know, you could probably put a communications box behind it or something on top of it or something like that, if you know, something like this P51. But anyway, there you go guys, for anyone that was interested, that's the way I did it. Cheers.